Hi. In this fast-paced world, we try to save as much time as possible. And even though technology was made to make our lives easier and also work with the time aspect, sometimes I believe technology just slows us down more than we would expect. And so in this video, I wanted to bring forth some ways that we could save time on the tiny little things that we do every day. Because I believe that it's the things that we do daily are the ones that make the most difference in our lives. Plus, I think there's some things everyone should be experimenting with. By the way, the comment section is always open for you to share ideas on what you might want to see in upcoming videos. Let's get right into it. If you regularly send or receive links through whatever messaging apps you use, WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, the normal Google messages, iMessage on Apple, whatever messaging application you use, and those links are better off open a bigger screen like a laptop or a desktop, or if you're more comfortable with working on a laptop or a desktop rather than your phone all the time, then there's WhatsApp web, Telegram desktop, Signal desktop, Google Messages web if you use Android devices, iMessage on Mac if you use Apple devices. And pretty much any application that you use for messaging has a web version or a desktop version available. And for me personally, I feel the web or desktop versions give me another platform where I can share or receive media. And I have actually turned off all media receiving on any of the apps on my phone, and I just receive the media on desktop versions or web versions, which only gets saved in a cache which is regularly deleted or updated. Talking about web or desktop versions of apps, if you use Opera browser, which I talked about in one of the previous videos, being one of my favorite web browsing apps, it offers kind of a side tab of apps which has WhatsApp, Telegram, Messenger, Twitter, Instagram available already as options. Then it offers sharing of information through a MyFlow option, which connects to your app, the Opera app on phone, pretty easily. MyFlow option can also be accessed on the sidebar or on the right of the URL bar, right beside the bookmark option, which is shown as a love or a star symbol. If you've not already set it up, the first time it'll obviously ask you to do that, and from then on, easier access. Talking about links, if your friend sends you an article where he says he's been mentioned, then I would just press Ctrl+F, Ctrl+F on Windows and Command+F on Mac to search for his name through the article and then just read in context to that. When you press Ctrl+F, it'll pop up a search bar on top or top right depending on what browser you're using, and then you can search for the topic keyword or your friend's name, and you'll be taken right to where that friend's name is found or friend is quoted. If you get multiple search results, then you can press enter to get to the next search result, or you can press shift plus enter to go back to the previous search result. Ain't that neat? And if you're sending links to your friends and you would like them to focus on a certain region of the article, then you can send the specific links that focus on that region. This works for YouTube videos as well, where you can right click and select copy link at the current time and share that link where your friend can start viewing right from the point you shared that link from. Talking about news articles, how do you usually scroll up and down the page? Do you use the side scroll bar or do you use mouse scrolling? If you're trying to read while scrolling up and down the page, you can use the up and down arrow keys. If you're trying to get to the bottom of the page all the way down, because it's a long article or something, then you can use two-finger scroll on your touchpad. Almost every touchpad nowadays has that two-finger scroll available. If you're not comfortable using a touchpad, or if you have a touchpad-less keyboard, then you can use the spacebar to scroll down the page and shift plus spacebar to scroll up. Again, neat, right? By the way, if pressing the spacebar does not seem to do anything, check if your cursor is in one of the text fields on the page. Again, talking about news articles, if you're reading a news article and you don't know what a particular word means, then you can select the word, right click on it, and in the options you'll see something like search Google for whatever word. And Google there can be replaced by whatever default search engine you've set, be it DuckDuckGo, Ecosia, whatever, which also I have a video on, by the way. If you're on Opera, one of the options in that drop down will show search, which will use the default search engine to search, which for me is DuckDuckGo, for you could be Google. And another option would be search using, which opens another drop down with a list of search engines that you could use. In any case, if you select, it will open a new tab with a Google search for the word that you're searching for. If that is too inefficient for you, then MacBook offers Force Touch. If you force touch a word on MacBook, it will pop up a dictionary page for you for that word. All of these sound very time saving, right? If not time saving, they at least sound like good quick hacks that you can use every day. I use these pretty much all the time. And the point here is to save that time every time, to either scroll or read a news article or uh, transfer links from your phone to one of your laptops or desktops, whatever. This is not an exhaustive list. I believe software engineers have a knack for putting things like these in pretty much all the operating systems. And you have a lot of information available with you to find these things as well. For example, if you look into your laptop settings or specifically keyboard shortcuts, you will find a list of keyboard shortcuts that you can try out and use maybe for saving time. If you're looking for the same for browsers, pretty much all the browsers have a list of these in their settings. If you ask me what I like, there's a key promoter app in one of the coding IDEs, I think IntelliJ. Every time I use something that already has a shortcut available for it, even copy or paste, then the key promoter app will pop up a notification on IntelliJ showing me that there's a shortcut available for the action you just did. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find something like that for any of the operating systems, Linux, Mac, Windows, or even in Chrome Store or any of the browser extensions. Let me know in the comments below if you think something like that could be useful or not. If you want, we can also have conversations about the hacks that you liked or disliked, or hacks that you know of that I could find interesting. I'll try to do a video like this for tech tips every once in a while. But till then, thanks for watching. I hope you got something new to learn today. And see you in the next one.